Did you know that sub-Saharan Africa has the worst health on average in the world? Although the region has 11% of the world's population, it carries a disappointing 25% of the global disease burden. Join the multimedia group and the Commonwealth to discuss how we can change this narrative at the Commonwealth Speaker Series. What are the problems, challenges and solutions to Africa's healthcare provisions? And I have been joined by the Africa Director of the Commonwealth, John Appiah, and President of Local Health Medical Specialty Center, Dr. Rodney Armstead, for what to expect on this engagement. Gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Right, Mr. Appiah, great to have you once again. Tell us, what should we expect? What, first of all, has occasioned this entire forum?
Well, I think I'll start off with what to expect. I think the fact that we're partnering with multimedia means that you're going to expect something innovative and exciting. You partnered us on our previous speaker series that dealt with security, terrorism, kidnapping, and we expect this to be the same. I think from that debate, we had a lot of questions that came up, and a lot of them dominated the news screens. So with this one on health, we think is going to be just as explosive. We have Seth, who works with multimedia here, who is on the panel. Yes, and he's had some amazing documentaries on health, and so we know he's going to come out with really interesting foresight. And we have Dr. Armstead as well here, who's from Local Health Medical Specialty Center, who are our medical partners on the speaker series.
Dr. Armstead, let's hear you. Why have you decided to partner this, and why is it an important subject for you?
We decided to partner with them. First of all, we thought it was important because our journey here, that's resulted in our facility in East Legon, and we're going to be opening a second flagship facility at the end of December, was to solve a really big issue in Ghana and West Africa. And what we are trying to solve for is this huge gap in subspecialty services. So essentially, a lot of the disease burden is not fundamentally driven by communicable disease, infectious disease, but the chronic diseases that people are suffering from: diabetes, hypertension, malignancies, the sequelae of all of that. And then this extraordinary gap in specialties that if you wanted those services, they are either requiring you to get in a long queue, or they're just not available here. So people are having to make some choices. Some choices where they just don't have the access, others making the choice to leave the area. So our whole goal is to bring those expertise, that talent, that technology, that skill set, and close that gap, do what we can do in that bit in a private, investment type of solution, to bring those solutions here. So that's why we wanted to partner with the Commonwealth and shed light on this huge issue, but also demonstrate to folks that there is a set of solutions that are being executed to help close those gaps here in the region.
Mr. Appiah, I get the sense that private sector contribution is key in solving this challenge of disease burden that we see here, and that's one thing that we would like to address.
Definitely, I think will be one thing that will definitely come up on the panel, to see that equilibrium between public and private. Is healthcare a private good alone? Is healthcare a public good? These are all the discussions that are going to come out from the debate. And we think that, I hate to quote philosophers, but Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." I think once people start to think, they start to ask questions on what quality health service do I actually deserve as a human being, And I was saying earlier on with Dr. Armstead at an interview that we had, that even people's cars, they place so much emphasis on getting it right, because you don't want to be stuck in traffic on the N1 when your mechanic didn't do a right job. So how much more your body? You just only have one shot, So when it comes to health, it's inelastic in terms with respect to price. And that's why we thought that this issue is one that we really have to open up to actually discuss.
It's definitely a key one. So, Dr. Armstead, in closing, let me ask from your perspective what we should expect when this conversation takes place.
I think you can expect a very provocative and I think a focus opportunity to have a discussion around, let's talk around the real issues. Really, what are the problems? And let's not beat around the bush. Let's take it on. Let's understand why, if you're in a political position or if you're a person of means, Why are you leaving your own country to go have health care somewhere else? That doesn't seem to make sense to me. So we should have that honest discussion. What are the solutions to that? And begin to talk about how do we fix those things.
That's really great. So, Mr. Appiah, when and where will this honest discussion take place?
November 26th, which is Tuesday at 5 p.m. prompt at the British Council.
November 26, 5 p.m. British Council.
Which is next Tuesday.
Apart from Seth Kwame, any other speakers we should expect?
We have Dr. Amstead on. We have other reps from private and public institutions and from international organizations like the WHO.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Still live on JoyNews Desk, I am Daniel Dazi.